On today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to fix a shudder in your transmission using this Instant Shudder eliminator. It's kind of an additive. I've used it in the past on a Crown Vic. It actually worked. And this Mitsubishi Endeavor, which is quite common to have transmission shutters, also quite common for the Mazdas and stuff. And you probably found this video dealing with one or the other on one of those model cars. Let me know in the comment section what car you trying to fix a shutter in. So this Mitsubishi Endeavor gets a shutter at low speeds, which yours probably do too, or going up a hill at a certain low speed RPM. And it feels kind of like a transmission bushing or an engine bushing or something like that. And some people might even tell you it struts. Now, you can go toss some money at it and maybe even look at your bushings and look good and still replace them and you still got it. Well, finally after searching, you find this video or somebody mentions a transmission shutter. And, you know, I'm going to show you how to fix it anyway. I ain't going to ramble on. I tend to. Let's just jump into the video. So what you want to do is figure out what kind of transmission fluid your transmission uses. You can just add this stuff if it lows straight to your transmission fluid. But I recommend giving a fresh fluid change. But you don't have to do that. You can just add this straight. So skip ahead to when I'm adding this if you don't want to change your transmission fluid. But I'm going to describe how you do it on this Mitsubishi Endeavor. Your car may be different if it's a different car. Now the Mitsubishi Endeavor, you might say, well, I changed transmission fluid before, I need a pan and gasket. Well, to my knowledge, I've watched people change the transmission pan, is right here, it's this front wheel drive. Change transmission fluid in these before. Go through all the trouble taking the pan cover off, and they don't got a filter. To my knowledge, the filter can't be changed in these, you know, so you just wasting your time. That's why they got a drain plug. Not all transmissions will have a drain plug, but the Mitsubishi Endeavor, this is the pan here. There's no filter behind it, to my knowledge. You can comment below. Let me know if I'm correct or if I'm not. But there's a drain bolt that's up there. I got it draining. And now this will not get all your fluid out, but this will get about 5 quarts out of it. Depending on your car, you need to drain some. You know, just do a filter pan change on it. If you can, if it's got a filter, if it's the Endeavor like me, just drain your fluid. And the bolt size is, I think for me, what's this? So let's just quit draining. I'm going to clean my bolt off, we install it, and then we get to the next step, which is adding transmission fluid back to it and the additive. So now we got transmission fluid all drained in a bolt put back in. Do not over tighten your bolt. You want to find your dipstick tube. The Endeavors is straight down here, and it will stay. It's empty, so there ain't no point in checking that at the moment. And before I add the rest of my transmission fluid, I'm just going to add the whole thing of Shudder Guard. Now when using this, if you're not draining your transmission fluid and refilling it up, you want to at least make sure it's low enough to take this whole thing, and you do not want to overfill it. So it just goes straight down in here, and then you squeeze it. Now I'm going to put a funnel down here into my dipstick hole now that I got all the additive added. And I'm going to fill this up, and I'm going to fill it up recommended as a pan change because I did drain it. Now it's not going to get a full transmission fill because that would be 10 quarts pretty much for this Endeavor. Depending on your car, it'll be different, but that would be with you draining the torque converter out too. You're not going to be able to do that, so usually it's half of whatever's in the torque converter. So I'm going to go ahead and add 4 quarts to this. Then I'm going to take my dipstick and check it. And then if it's touching the dipstick, I start it and shut it off. We check it again. Then I let it warm up and make sure it's not low. You do not want to start your transmission with it dry. This is what the Mitsubishi Endeavor calls for. Your transmission could be different, but always use the transmission fluid that your car recommends, because if you don't, you could mess something up. So I got my transmission all full on fluid. Everything should be good. I'm going to test drive it. We got the additive in it, and hopefully the shimmer is fixed. But I do know sometimes you have to do this twice because the old transmission fluid that's still in the torque converter, you know, mixes with the new, and sometimes you just have to do this twice. But hopefully once is enough. Let's test drive it and see what we got. So I'm actually going up this big hill, and I'm pretty much going at about 20 miles per hour and no shudder. The shudder is completely gone, and I'm tickled to death because the shudder was so bad in this Endeavor that you couldn't hold it in the highway half the time. You would have to give it more speed to get it to quit shuddering. You would have to bring that RPM up pretty high, or at least downshift the vehicle so the RPMs go up if you was in traffic. So it's driving just like a brand new vehicle. It's driving just like the day that I got it, because the shudder actually started showing up. Construction work, by the way. Started showing up a couple months after I got this Endeavor, but it was very low miles and never had a transmission fluid change. So yeah, you can see no vibration, low RPMs. Just got done with the test drive. I'm very happy with it. The shudder's pretty much completely gone. I can't tell if it's a shudder or if I just was hitting a little bumps in the road. I'm kind of paranoid now, but before the shudder was so bad, you know, it was shaky to death. The steering wheel would shake, the whole car would shake. It would just send vibrations through the whole car. That's completely gone now. It's like a normal car, and I'm pretty sure what I was feeling was just a highway, because there'd been a lot of construction on that road that I was on, and they got the highway tore up a lot. But I drove a little bit longer. It's lined itself out. No low RPM shudder, no shudder going up the hills, and I'm very happy. This stuff works. It's the second time it's worked for me. Took away the shudder, and if you having issues, then maybe look into this stuff. It might fix your transmission shudder. And if it works, be sure to let me know in the comment section. And don't forget to show your support for my channel if you're new by smashing that subscribe button. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you for watching another one of my videos. I appreciate it. I'll see you in the next one.